check, 1, 2.
Go! Curious about real estate? Yes! Then you've come to the right place. Get the knowledge you need, get over the fear, and get started. This is the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show with your host, Michael Quarles.
Hello, everybody. Michael Quarles with the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show, and welcome to podcast episode 298. It's kind of fun. We're getting close to 300 of these. We have another 91 daily deals. I guess we should start doing the daily deals again, so there could be some new stuff to listen to there. We are absolutely going to start doing more interviews. Kind of missed doing that, so we reached out to our folks, and we're going to start doing an interview a week. And at the same time, I've decided to start being interviewed once a week, which will be fun for other folks to chat with me about what I do and how I can help their audience. A big thing is I am going to be coming to a city near you soon. So in 2017, I am going to get out of my Rolls Royce and get on an airplane and come visit you and chat in your city at your real estate investors club. So if any of you have a pretty good sized club and you think they would like to have me on stage and chat for a couple, 3 hours about real estate investing, or 15 minutes, whatever is good for them, I'd love to come and meet you and say hello and talk about real estate. Enough with all that. Today we have 5 questions sent in by real estate investors. And remember, if you have a question, send it to support@michaelquarles.com. And if it's a worthy question, we will get it asked and answered. Most of them are, some of them aren't. And I kind of think you understand the ones that aren't just can't be answered on live podcasts kind of thing. But if you're in a situation where you need some help, reach out to us. If we can help you and guide you in the right direction, we absolutely will. That's what we want to do. That's why I do what I do. I do not need to do this. I enjoy doing this. I think it's very important to help folks who are where I was at some point in my career. So my attempt to do that is what I'm doing now. So here we go. Question number 1. Besides having the contract signed by the seller, what other forms do I need to get the seller to sign whenever they sign the initial contract? Well, it would be, if you're doing sub 2, it'd be nice to have the authorization to speak to the lender and the authorization to speak to the insurance company. If you're going to put a lockbox, I like putting a lockbox on the property, and it's an owner-occupied property, I'm going to get the owner to sign the lockbox authorization. If it's a tenant-occupied property, I'm going to get them to sign the tenant and the owner authorization, and then I'm going to go meet the tenant and have them sign that. At opening of the closing, so opening of escrow or opening of the closing, I'm going to have them sign the memorandum of contract. That is a notarized document, which is why we do it when we open up our closing. I like doing that after I get my BPO back. If I'm doing a brick and mortar knocking on the door contract, then I'm going to do that the next morning or the next afternoon with the seller. I want to make it as fast and easy as possible and get that memorandum in the beginning. About day 5, I'm going to do a walkthrough, or someone's going to do a walkthrough on the property and have the property amenities and the condition of the property. I don't care what condition it is. I just want it to stay in the same condition. So we're going to walk the property with the seller. There's a form. It's about a 4 or 5 page form. It talks about all the little pieces of the house, interior, exterior, and then the property the house is on. And we're going to look at the quality of the fencing and the windows and the flooring and the types of stoves and those kinds of things. And it's either going to be satisfactory, new, or other, or unsatisfactory kind of thing. Because I want to do this walkthrough, and then the seller's going to sign that. And then we're going to do this walkthrough again at vacancy or 5 days before close and make sure that the house has remained in the same kinds of condition. Other than that, that's about it. There's a form that we have for our coaching students in the resource center that talks about opening up closing and opening up escrow, what that is and what the requirements are. There is a statement of identity that you'll want to give to your seller once you have it under contract, and which is a form basically for your title company that tells the title company who they are, where they've been, their maiden name, how long they lived in this county, those kinds of things, in case that's a usual name like John Doe or something like that. If there's several people with the name John Doe in the area, they need to figure out which one is the one that's selling you the property. And so it's called a statement of identity. Naturally, if there's a short sale, there's going to be a host of information there and documents there that we're going to need. But they're pretty painless. They're pretty easy. Contracts is the most important one. And if you don't have that with you, you don't have it in a timely manner. Say you have to get to the next house to buy that one too. You're running short on time. Just schedule another day to come back. It's okay. The contract's the most important thing. Don't put off the contract. At least get the contract signed. But great question, and we teach all this in our coaching program. Question number 2. So once I have the house under contract, what does the conversation look like as I explain to the seller what the next steps are going to be? It's real simple. Mr. and Mrs. Seller, and congratulations on selling your house today. I tell you what, you have been a great negotiator and a very friendly and comfortable to deal with. I appreciate your professionalism. Over the next few days, we're going to send out some inspectors to inspect the property. One of those inspectors is going to be a real estate professional. Another one's going to be a home inspector. We're going to do some other inspections, like we may get the roof looked at. We may have the appliances looked at. We're eventually going to send out an appraiser. And from time to time, we may send out another inspector or contractor. All of these inspections and contractors are going to be scheduled with you. We'll give you ample notice, and you're going to absolutely say it's okay to come out at the time we need to come out. We'll work together, which is the typical process. Once we have some of our inspections done, we're going to open up the closing, and that closing company is XYZ, whatever the closing company is. And in fact, again, if you're going to knock on the door and do this, we need to meet tomorrow at our closing company. Here's their business card. We're going to see Jane Doe, John Doe, our closing representative. And when you come, make sure you bring your current ID, and if you happen to have any of the warranty deeds or grant deeds, or if there is a mortgage on the property, your statement from your lender, so that we can order the payoffs and confirm ownership. Thanks so much, and I'll see you tomorrow, or we'll talk to you soon. And that's pretty simple. That's, of course there's more, I guess. But that's the dialogue's pretty simple. Just be open and forward and above board, and don't hide anything. Don't be afraid of anything. Don't be ashamed of anything. So what we do is help people.
Thanks for listening. We'll be right back. Are you running out of leads? It's time you tried Yellow Letters at yellowletters.com. Get motivated seller leads through yellow letters, postcards, zip letters, typed professional letters, greeting cards, door hangers, and business cards. Yellow Letters is a full-service marketing company created with your success in mind. Get the personal attention you need to get your direct mail campaign started, and get in touch at yellowletters.com.
And we are back in 3, 2, 1.
Question number 3. Okay, hang on. We're going to do this. It's a long question, and I'm not so certain it was written correctly, but I'm going to try. Can you address this question? I find it helpful to study the extremes to determine what average is in any population. So can you describe the habits and processes of the top 5 and bottom 5% of your coaching clients? I think the answer would be helpful to those of us who are trying to determine a vision for our future business. My assumption is the success would be that of the top 5 of the percent of the students are doing a high quantity of deals versus the bottom 5. Boy, that's a big question. Sorry I didn't read it smoothly, but it's all written kind of strange. But anyway, I can tell you the big difference between the top 5 and the bottom 5. The top 5 set goals, plan to go to work. They intend to do it. The bottom 5 may too, but they just don't do it. They don't set the goals. The top 5 are always looking for a way to succeed. The bottom 5 are always feeling sorry for themselves. And, I'll say that about a coaching student. I don't have a problem with that. I'll tell the coaching student, you're feeling sorry for yourself. That's my job as a coach. My job as a coach is not to pat you on the back at all times. Sometimes you don't need a pat on the back. You get a swat in the back kind of thing. And it's my job to tell you when you need that swat or tell you when you're doing a great job. If you look to me as the guy that says, hey, I just want a cheerleader, I am not a cheerleader. I will cheer you on, but I'm going to be deadly honest with you if I think that you're not doing something correctly. And if you don't get out of bed, I'm going to tell you, why'd you hire me if you don't get out of bed? And you know what I mean by that, getting out of the bed issue. I mean, some people stayed up, had insomnia, watched one of those commercials that said real estate's an overnight success kind of business concept, and it is not. If you want to succeed in this and you're willing to put yourself out there and be uncomfortable in some situations because you're doing things that you've never done before, but you're willing to do them because you can see the success that will come from them, then I'll take you and I'll make you wealthy. But I can't make someone do something. I can just suggest it real hard. And if you get your feelings hurt because maybe I cheat out a little bit because you didn't go to work today, well, I'm sorry that you got your feelings hurt, but you know what? That's life. Go to work. Get up. Do it. You said you wanted to do it. You paid me to tell you to do it. Now do it. But if you don't want to hear me, I'm just talking. If there's no one in the forest and the tree falls, does a sound made? Well, it's the same kind of concept. I can say everything I say, but if no one hears me, I'm not even talking. But those that do listen to me and follow instructions, oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm so friggin' proud of my coaching students. I am so friggin' proud. There are some that are just killing it. Makes me kind of frustrated because some of them, I do a lot of houses, but some of them are on the ball. Man, they, basically tell me to go work kind of stuff. Man, if they can do it, I want to do it too. I've got a handful they just need encouragement more than that I can give them. They need to look in that mirror and realize that the person that they should blame for not getting things done and accomplishing things in life is the person they look at in the mirror. And if that's you, man, let me change. But, the definition of insanity, we know this, is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Stop doing it that way. Take encouragement for what encouragement is supposed to be for, and it's make you better. I'm not going to ridicule you. I'm going to encourage you. There is a difference. So great question. Probably didn't answer the question right. The difference between success and failure is what you believe. Because you're going to be right on both accounts. You're going to be right if you believe you can succeed, and you're going to be right if you believe you'll fail. And some people, I'll notice this really fast. The half-empty glass and the half-full glass. I'll notice with some people this really fast. Their glass is too big. I'd rather you get a smaller glass, put the same amount of beverage in it, so it's no longer just halfway. It's most of the way. It's almost all the way. And then when you do that and you get that going and you're really proud of yourself, let's get a bigger glass, but not so big that it's half empty. It's still more full than half empty. And then fill that one up, get a bigger glass, and fill that one up. Get a bigger glass, fill that one up. And then look at your bank account. And I'll absolutely get you there. All you have to do is do what I ask you to do. Doing the same thing I've done. Do it ethically, do it morally, do it legally in that order, and you can be successful. But you got to do it. Question number 4. How do you respond to a seller that accuses you of being unethical after finding out that you made $20,000? I don't have that issue because my contract is very clear. I am going to make a huge amount of profit buying and reselling your property. I'm going to start marketing it today. I may buy this house and sell it during the time I'm buying yours. I could have signed the contract. I'm very clear. I don't have an issue with ethics because I'm letting them know in advance, and I think that's appropriate. So if you have an issue with someone saying to you, you're being unethical, you didn't tell them the truth in the first place. Be honest with folks. That's what they want. They don't care how much money you're making. They just care that you keep the commitment you said you would keep. That's all they care about. They want to help you succeed. Just be honest with them. So if someone says, hey, you're unethical, you didn't ever tell me, well, you didn't then, and you should have. Question number 5. What marketing pieces are you promoting now? Oh, that's a great question. So we're still doing the small postcard. It's a text postcard. Right now it's on pink paper because we're in the Cancer Month. It's black ink, red ink, green ink, and certain things say certain things. Some of it's typed, some of it's handwritten. Small postcard, first class. Second piece, yellow letter or Patriot letter in a pink envelope, and just one of them. So if it's a yellow letter, pink envelope, Patriot letter, pink envelope, I don't care which one. With the breast cancer ribbon on the bottom corner. So I want that to stand out. I want people to know you help people. And just telling people, remember this is breast cancer awareness, donate if you can. That's what I want you to do. And so third piece, large postcard, go back to now yellow. We were doing orange for a while, but go back to yellow. Fourth piece, professional letter, white envelope. Number 10. No windows. Number 10. Fifth piece, it's either going to be the yellow letter or the Patriot letter, one or the other. So whichever one you want to do the first or the second. Oh, by the way, the Patriot letter is basically a patriot. So a soldier, it's a flag, it's a Statue of Liberty, something that's patriotic, and we have them in yellow letters you'll be able to see. And you're going to get that one in a blue envelope. we're not going to put the pink ribbon on it. So we don't want to make it look like the first one. The sixth piece is the zip contract. So those are the 6 pieces, and in that order. Do it every month. When you order your first postcard, order your second piece of mail 3 weeks later, because it takes an extra week to be delivered on average. So you're going to get them out every 30 days after that. Prospect's going to receive a piece of mail every 30 days if you do it that way. But great questions, guys. Thanks so much, guys and gals. And remember, if you need a coach, if you want to learn real estate investing, if you want to be held accountable, take a look at our program. Thanks so much. Until next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Michael Quarles Real Estate Show. Get more info and stay in touch at michaelquarles.com.